Hello fellow reefers, March again here in the frag box, and we're doing something a little bit different today. We are going to try and set up the least expensive nano aquarium possible, at least within our best efforts. We're going to try and do the cheapest, most budget friendly 5-gallon nano tank. So I think it's going to need a couple episodes to kind of get this going. And one other thing before we talk anymore, if I'm going to keep making these videos, I need a name for this channel for what we're doing. So nobody likes my ideas here in the store. I came up with a few. T and Dylan shout all over me. Matt doesn't like them. No one likes mine. I came up with Fragbox TV, but they say that we are knocking off BRS TV. And then I was thinking something stupid like keeping up with the water change, you know, like keeping up with the Kardashians. Anyways, help us name the channel. Help us give a name to what we're doing here. Put it in the comments. We'll choose one. Maybe we can do a giveaway. You know, if you guys want some free stuff, some merch, some gear. There's a lot of goodies in this store. Yeah, you know what? That's what we're gonna do. Help us name the channel, and I'm gonna give you a $50 gift card you can spend on anything in the store. We'll pick our favorite name that you guys come up with. But anyways, not to get sidetracked, even though I always do, we're gonna try and make the cheapest, most budget-friendly, functional, working saltwater reef tank. It should be able to maintain, I think, a pair of small fish would be cool. If we do like a small pair of clowns or maybe a little goby, something like that. And I want corals in it. And I don't know if this is gonna work. I just scoured all of our suppliers and the webs and the store and put together the basic necessities for what you would need to start a saltwater tank. So for a tank, I'll just get started. We went with this Aqueon. I think 5 gallons is the smallest, you know, that you probably want to do. And maybe you're going to try and replicate this. This wasn't really you can copy it if you want. If you want help setting this up at the end, I'll post a list of all the stuff, but I think 5 gallons really the smallest reasonable size. Once you get smaller than 5, you're getting into the pico territory, and it can get quite tricky. 5 gallons can be tricky too, because the water temperature and salinity and all the values and parameters that are important in keeping a saltwater tank, they move very quickly in a tank this size compared to something this size, like a 35 gallon or something like this, like an 80 gallon over here. These are a lot easier in a sense than trying to keep something like this. Anyways, 5.5 gallon tank, and we're just covering the bare minimum to get this thing up and going. So the tank, I believe, let me get my price list here, sorry. The tank was 22 bucks. So that was the cheapest 5 gallon I could find. It's from a company called Aqueon. And what else do we need to get it started? So I was thinking maybe we could cut out the sand, but I personally like sand. Maybe we'll do another video on having sand or not having sand, but we're gonna use sand in this one. So I found this 5-pound bag from, I believe it's Carib Sea. Let's take a look here. Oh, yeah, Carib Sea live sand. This is probably more than we need. It's 5 pounds. Yeah, usually a pound a gallon is pretty good rule for sand. So anyway, we'll use the whole bag and see how that comes out. So the sand was 10 bucks, and then you need rock. So I went with 3.5 pounds of rock, and I'm really boring. If you've seen some of the other videos, all I ever do is this, what I call 2 islands. I kind of like one larger one and then one smaller one. You can separate corals. It's kind of boring, whatever. Arches are cool. There's rock piles. But we're going to do the same 2 island feature. So the rock comes out to 15 bucks. All the prices that I'm listing in this video were in Canada. So CAD, if you want, I don't know, maybe do a conversion to the US dollar. That's like 1.3, 1.33, depending on the time. What else do we need? We're going to need a heater. So I went with this Cobalt 25 watt Italian made. I really like these heaters. Eheims are really good too. If you can find an Eheim heater, the Jaggers are great. But yeah, I think those two, 3-year warranties is pretty good. And that heater is a 25 watt, and the heater ran us 30 bucks. So it's probably the most expensive part of this whole setup, that and the light. So I don't know if this light's gonna work. I went on Amazon. It could be complete shit. I have no idea. It looked pretty cool. It looks sleek. We're gonna try it. We got the par meter. We're gonna set it up. Maybe we gotta change the light later. I just thought for 33 bucks, it looks like it puts out, I think it said 15 watts. It's maybe enough, 3 watts a gallon. We're gonna see. I got no idea. You guys are gonna come along on our budget-friendly reef tank ride. We're gonna need something to measure the salt. Obviously in the store we have lots of things to measure salt, and we wouldn't be using this mini hydrometer, but just for the purpose of the video, I just found the cheapest hydrometer that I could. It's $14.99. And then we're gonna need some bacteria to start the tank. So I like this stuff. BioS, Dr. Tim's is really good, Microbacter 7, Fritz Turbo Start's excellent, but this was the least expensive one that we carry that I know of. Actually, maybe there's a smaller Turbo Start that's a little less money. This is 10 bucks or 11 bucks. So we're going to use this one. For a filter, I found this thing. I've never seen or heard of this before. It's $19.99. It's like a little hang on the back filter, and I'm hoping that this will have enough flow that I can avoid using a power head. So I have this little Pico pump from Hydor. It's crazy small. I'm not going to price this into the video. If we add it later, I think it's an extra 18 or 19 bucks. But I'm hopeful that this little hang on the back power filter is going to give the tank enough circulation and filtration that we won't need another piece of equipment in the tank. And then finally, we're going to need some salt. So I was kind of stuck on this one if we should mix our own salt. So this is a nice little bag that'll do 16 gallons. It's $14.99, 15 bucks. It's from a company called Aquaforest. I really like the brand. I really like the salt. But then we also sell this, which is pre-mixed salt water, and it's also 14 bucks. I thought this might be easier, 4.2 gallons. So we could probably get away with one, because once we put the sand and the rock and there's all that displacement, that might fill up the whole thing. And if you want to try replicating this, we have access to RODI, what's wrong with me today? RODI water here in the store, like super clean filtered water. But you might not have access to that, or if you're looking to set something like this up, it might not be within the budget, because even the cheapest of RODI units is going to run like 100, 120 bucks. So I think we're going to price this one in. Yeah, we're going to use this. It's $14.99. Hopefully this fills up the whole tank. That's all that I could think of to get it up and running. Obviously there's corals and stuff like that we price in after. But when you add that all together, I got to 171 bucks, 170.99. So I think that's pretty cool. We're gonna set it up and then we're gonna cycle it, and I'll do a video showing the setup, the cycle, the diatom bloom that I expect, and all the fun kind of headaches you go through in the first 3 to 4 weeks. We expect to see ammonia levels and nitrite and nitrate, and I'll kind of do episodes as we go, completely documenting from start to finish if this even works. I actually have no idea. You know what? It's got to work. I've done nanos before. I'm confident it's going to work. The only thing that I'm not confident on is the light, because I have no experience with this. I don't know what this thing is. It's called a J Hill. Look at that. Full spectrum LED, 33 bucks, whatever. Let's try it. You know, if the power readings come out really low, you can swap it out for another light. I'm sure we'll find something else that works. But yeah, for 171 bucks, we're going to start this 5.5 gallon Nano Reef aquarium. I think we're going to park it right here on the front, the checkout counter. So it gets a lot of attention when our store is open, and it'd be kind of cool. People are going to see it and like it. And yeah, so follow along if you got any questions, as always, about reef tanks, about setting up nanos, about other stupid video ideas I can do, because we're in the middle of a pandemic and I'm really enjoying making these videos. But yeah, I'm going to give away 50 bucks. Anybody that wants to comment below, please make it family friendly. We need a name for this channel. We're going to pick it, and you're going to get $50 gift card, and we got a lot of stuff in the store you could spend it on. I mean, these shelves are packed. This is like a kid in a candy store if you're in the reefing hobby. But yeah, as usual, end of the video is coming to a close right now. I'll give you our name. My name's March. Phone number, fragbox.ca. Hit us up. Any questions at all, guys. We love hearing from you. We love talking about this. This is our passion. This is what we do, like all day, 7 days a week. Reef tanks. Thanks, guys. Thanks for watching, fellow reefers. Bye.